U ħanitkellmu issa dwar il-fkieren. U magħna għandna persuna li qed tiddedika parti sostanzjali minn ħajjita biex propju tara li dawn jiġu protetti, anka salvati u mejjuna anka permezz ta' kampanji ta' informazzjoni u kif nistgħu ngħinu minn Nature Trust. U magħna llum għandna l-Celine Ferlat. I'm not sure if I pronounce your name. I'm sure I didn't because it's French, yes?
Yes, it's okay, it's French, yes.
How do you pronounce it?
Ferlat.
Oh, I will never do that.
Yeah, for sure. Sometimes it's not easy, you know.
Good morning, Celine.
Yes, good morning.
Thank you for coming. Yes, I've introduced you briefly to our audience, and I said that we're going to speak about turtles. First of all, I think it's good to note that from what you sent us and the information also we found that turtles have populated our oceans for over 150 million years.
Yes.
Oof, that's a long time.
Yes, that's a long time. And they have survived the extinction of the dinosaur. So
Yes, that's very interesting as well.
yes, very.
It seems that the turtle is capable of living in various conditions, but
Yes.
of course we need to make sure that as much as possible we don't create new problems.
Yes, for sure.
I have a set of photographs which I would like to share with our audience. These are local photos of turtles who were caught up in nets or
Yes.
otherwise, and it's good to be aware what these things do to the turtles.
Yes,
and I'm
for
sure
sure.
you encounter this
That's
in first person.
that's the main trait that
This is
turtle
this
face.
is not in
yes.
Malta, it's an international
Yeah,
photo. It
yeah.
went around the world, but
Plastic.
it clearly shows how something as simple as throwing, I mean, the person who threw that in the sea or wherever he or she threw it could have easily placed it in a bin
Exactly.
on a
yes.
recycling container. This is the effect that that happens. This is what happens when we don't really think about what we're doing, especially in this regard. And it seems that you see such turtles during the year, yes?
Yes, for sure, yes. Entanglements in nets or marine debris are one of the most common traits that sea turtle face, and the injury they have with that, yes.
Yes. And sometimes when you release turtles, you place that tracer.
Exactly. We
Yes.
put
Why?
a tracker on the shell of the turtle. It's a way for us to follow the turtles, because after the turtles is in the water,
Of course.
so we don't know where is the turtle, what what she does. And so trackers are powerful tools for conservation project, because first, for us at the rescue center, we can see how the turtles manage after we release the turtle in the sea. And at the same time, it's a good tool to see or to identify some area where the turtle will stay, for example, for foraging grounds where they will find some foods, for example. Yes.
And what do you discover, just out of curiosity, before we start discussing? What data comes out from this tracking system? How far can a turtle go and at what pace? Because we normally associate turtles with a low speed.
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's the same in the water.
So Nature Trust Malta have tracked five turtles, and we saw that sometimes turtles can travel several thousand miles. So it's just amazing. Last year we tracked Tama. Tama was a male and with a missing flipper.
Okay.
And for example, in just one day, Tama traveled 40 kilometers in one day. So that's just amazing for a missing flipper.
Yes, and the missing flipper.
Yeah. And what is great is that the tracker is still in function, so we continue to follow Tama.
That
yes.
must be really, really
Yes,
interesting.
that's just amazing. And
So when
and
you
for
go to
me,
your
you know,
face,
when
let
you
me check
take
whether-
care of the turtle, and then after you can continue to follow the journey of the turtle, it's just something which is really nice. Yes.
Yes, I see that you brought along some friends with you today.
Yes, I keep some friends with me. So this is a little turtle. This could be Kim, the little turtle we have at the rescue center, the little one. It's small babies of 4 kilos.
Okay.
And so the soft toys are included in package because Nature Trust Malta propose some adoption, some packs. And so in these packs, people can have some toys, some posters, some stainless steel straw, toothbrush. So we manage different kinds of package. For example, for Christmas, we have 3 package. And this will help to raise some funds, to have much needed funds, to help for our conservation project, for the turtles and the wildlife rehabilitation.
Yes, it's obvious that you're very passionate about what you do.
Yes.
And I know that it's not just about rescue and rehabilitation, but it's also about education.
Exactly.
And then adoption as well.
Yes, for sure. Education is something that is really important. And when we release a turtle, we organize an event with people.
I've been to a couple, you know.
Yeah. So we organize an event with public and even with children's and their school. And so during this event, we explain, we tell the story of the turtle, we explain the threats that sea turtle face, what we can do to save the turtles, and in the meantime, we do all together a beach cleanup. So that's something that is really interesting and amazing for children to see a turtle go back to the home. Yes.
This is, I assume, part of your educational program.
Exactly.
Yes, we see, of course, most of the meetings. I believe that lower left corner is the release of a turtle.
Yes, exactly. It was the release of Doris, and we put a tracker on Doris. Yes.
What about the rehab process? What happens when you find a tortoise? I assume that these get reported mostly by fishermen.
Yes, by fishermen or by people on a sailboat, for example. So they call the emergency line, and so we manage to find the turtle in the sea. So sometimes it's not easy because we can have some storm and some waves, and so it's not all the time easy to find the turtle. But most of the time, due to the injury, the turtles are floating on the surface, unable to dive or to swim, and so we catch the turtles. The turtles will be checked by our vet, and then the turtle will go to the rescue center, which is located at San Lucian.
San Lucian. Does it take long for a turtle to heal?
Yes, sometimes
it depends on the injury as well.
Yes, it depends on the injury. Sometimes a turtle can stay with us only a couple of weeks, so it could be fast. Sometimes several months, and sometimes several years.
This is Maggie.
Yes,
right?
This is Maggie. This is the mascot of the rescue center, and Maggie is a permanent resident. So here is the story of Maggie. Yes.
Maggie is a permanent resident at San Lucian.
Because as you can see on the video, Maggie has only one flipper. She lost the whole front flipper and part of the rear flipper. We try to manage how we can release Maggie, but in fact it's not possible. This part of the video, it was the last year, so Maggie was only floating on the surface. And at the moment, we put some weight on the shell to improve her balance.
Okay.
And yes, how you can see, it's really, really difficult for Maggie to reach the food. It's an exercise we do to train the turtles. And so at the moment, we improve the balance of Maggie, but thanks to the weight we put on the shell. So that means that Maggie will be never released. She will be a permanent resident, unfortunately.
But at least, of course, she found you guys to help her out. Is this Maggie?
No, this is other turtles we found entangled in nets and marine debris.
So, okay, there's the rehabilitation process and then they are released.
Yeah.
But I'm very curious about the adoption program.
Yeah, so the adoption program is for people a way to adopt symbolically a turtle. And so we give to the person a digital certificate, a card, and sometimes we can also send some video of the turtle, and we keep inform the process of the rehabilitation. It's something that's it's really important. So we have a Facebook page which is dedicated for the adoptions. It's Adopt a Turtle. And so people can contact us to have some information.
Of course.
And turtles are, people can adopt turtles when they are in the process of the recovery.
Okay, rehabilitation.
Yes, only on this time.
Okay.
And so we inform people on Facebook that this turtle is ready to be adopted.
I know that you're also very active with children.
Yes.
Because of course, just like you said, education is key for anything to be appreciated and also understood. How do children react when they see a turtle being rehabilitated? Because I think, at least when I was a kid, I remember once I was in Marsa Scala and the turtle just simply came in the bay. There was a whole like, ooh, there's a big turtle. I don't know what happened then. I was still very young. How do children react when they see an injured turtle or a turtle who is recovering?
At first, they feel sad when we tell us the story of the turtle, for sure, because the turtle is injured because of the human's activity. But when they see the turtles that go back to the home, we can see the star in the eyes of the children, and that's another gift for us because children are our future. And if they are sensibilized of the treats of the turtles, they will do their best to reduce the risk for the turtles. And sometimes the children go back home and say to the parents,
of course,
you
yes.
have to put this trash in the appropriate bin. So yes, that's
yes. I'm
that's
telling
amazing,
you, it works.
yes.
My daughter, when she was younger, and she used to learn, I would have.
You should not do that.
Every time. But anyway, it's a very good way how to educate not only the children,
Yes.
but as you say, a household probably. We're moving towards the end of this very interesting interview, I have to say. Is there any important point in relation to turtles which you think we need to know about or appreciate, perhaps?
Turtles are some amazing creatures. As we say, they have survived of the extinction of dinosaurs, and just in a few decades, their population have been decimated by humans, and so we have to do all our best to reduce the risk for sea turtles, because it's not possible to imagine that our children won't see anymore a turtle in the sea, It's just amazing when I am a diver, and when you dive and you see a turtle swimming under the water, it's just something that you will keep in mind for all your life, so yes.
One last question. How long does a turtle live?
Oh, a turtle can live up to 80 years. It's
80 years?
Yes.
That's a long time.
Yes, we don't have a lot of information, but it's what we can find in the literature, yes.
That's very interesting.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming here today.
Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to speak about the Rehab
You're
Center.
welcome. And you know what? Before you leave, let's remind everyone about the Christmas packs, yes?
Yeah.
I think it's useful for everyone to know
Yes,
that it's a help in this way,
Yes, it helps, and in the same time, it's a sustainable gift for Christmas. So it's a good way to do a good thing at the end of this difficult year,
This is
and
very
to help
strange, yeah.
and to help some NGO like Natural Malta.
Malta.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you so
again.
much.